In the eastern expanse of a world embraced by the boundless 10 oceans resides the dazzling and glorious Everlight Kingdom, where waves crash against its rugged shores and emerald forests whisper forgotten truths and the shadows dance with ancient secrets. Within the walls of its gleaming metropolis cities and the humble hidden villages reside citizens from all walks of life. Long ago, the Cloudkeeper bloodline ascended to the throne, guiding Everlight with wisdom and grace throughout generations. Now, the kingdom stands at a precipice. For Lancelot Cloudkeeper, the final member of his storied lineage has met an enigmatic demise, slipping away into the realm of dreams as if beckoned by an otherworldly whisper. In his wake, a council of elders and cunning political leaders has risen to wield the kingdom's power, casting a dim shadow over Everlight's future. The people of this illustrious land find themselves divided, their loyalties torn asunder by the weight of change. Amidst the turmoil, whispered rumors and clandestine plots simmer beneath the surface, threatening to plunge Everlight into an era of chaos. Yet our tale is not merely one of political intrigue and power struggles. Our story takes an unexpected twist. Instead of noble heroes and virtuous champions, our tale follows a motley crew of so-called adventurers whose defining qualities are not heroism and chivalry, but rather a fondness for pranks and a knack for mischief. Bound together by the whims of fate's cruel sense of humor, they stumble into an unlikely alliance that sets the stage for a comical, raunchy, and mischievous adventure of truly epic proportions. This is the story of the Cursed Ones.
Everlight Kingdom, ever since the curse was cast. Everlight Kingdom, they're on a quest to save their ass. Journey with us as we tell you the tale. It goes down rough like a pure mountain nail. Everlight Kingdom, down at Everlight.
Our story actually begins outside the small village of Midvalley. In hopes of a bountiful harvest season, Midvalley hosts a festival outside of their walls every year, inviting guests from all over, including select political leaders. The festival is in full swing. There is, in this large open field decorated by healthy trees, there are a number of counters sitting atop picnic blankets with numbers of fruits and vegetables and roast boar and every kind of pie imaginable. Because the festival decided to go all out this year for celebration in hopes that it will not only bring them good luck in their harvest, but will also impress the leaders coming to it. They have even purchased a bar to tend to this. So bartender, like a professional bartender, like at a wedding. He's serving the guests with quality meads and ale made from the finest ingredients, and there's even being passed around their famous Midvalley cider. And we join you guys, not together, but individually, each partaking in this festival. And you're here for your own reasons. Maybe you're from Midvalley, maybe you're from just around and you're liking to party. I'm going to ask each of you guys to introduce yourself one by one, and when I ask you to introduce yourself, I'm also going to have you tell me what you're doing at this party, and we're going to join your character and see what's going on. And if you don't have anything, I am going to roll a table to see what festival activity you're participating in. So, we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players.
I can think my character this far through.
Alex, would you mind introducing us to yourself?
Am I like talking to them, or am I?
No. You're not talking to. You're describing what your character is.
Okay.
Sort of.
My character's name is Mac, also known as the Tattletale Strangler, among my enemies.
Just your enemies?
Yeah.
Okay.
The people that I strangle.
Oh right.
Yeah, I'm known as.
So they don't die. They live enough to have.
Just come to the next town over.
So that joke is never gonna die.
Never. Pretty much what I do is I'm part of their like little army, and I interrogate people and I can just tell when people are lying. And when someone lies in front of me, it is my sworn duty to strangle them.
No stitches, no stitches.
It's like in the town. Who wants to be the executioner? I'll do it.
Please, I'll do it for you. We have an axe. I don't need it.
I'm an orc as well.
Mountaineer, correct?
Yeah.
Right?
So, Mac,
Yes?
while this festival is occurring, what exactly are you doing here?
I am partaking in my sheepskin bladder that is filled with urine.
Where exactly are you pissing?
No, I'm drinking it.
Oh, you're drinking it. Okay, gotcha.
It's a choice, okay? There are a lot of options here. It's not desperation. You're deciding to do.
It's very popular in the next town over to drink piss.
I have no
In the
doubt.
town of Bear Grylls.
Are you sitting at the bar?
Yes,
Are you-
I'm sitting at the bar, declining the drinks.
So is it just like an open, like out in the open bar?
It's
Or is,
not
it like,
open.
is there a tavern?
No, it's an open field, and there's a little desk or a table set up with a bunch of
Gotcha,
drinks and
that's
kegs of beer put on stand.
Yeah, because we're like in the middle of a harvest festival.
Gotcha.
I'm sure no one can tell I'm drinking piss, but that's what I'm drinking.
So,
He just had to clarify that for us. A fourth
I
time.
mean, I guess you'll stay sober.
He already had cider, so I guess that he just
It
has
just
to.
ran right through.
Yeah, I just.
you may have actually drank the cider thinking it was piss, and then you were just like, "Oh fuck, I had some gross shit. Now I gotta wash that
Gotta
down.
save face now.
I gotta get that cider taste out of my mouth with piss."
I'm scoping out, looking for liars.
So, as you're drinking, a 4'2" dwarf comes and sits down next to you, and he goes, "Barkeep, mug of ale. What's that you're drinking there?" Like out of a
It's a water skin.
Yeah,
It's a water skin.
He looks, he
I'm
goes,
gonna throw up.
"You don't tell me you came to a bar just to drink some water."
Oh, pass it. That's the best shit you ever had.
Make a persuasion check for me.
Is it your piss? I can't tell if it's worse or better to be your piss or something.
So 12.
So 12. Okay. So he looks at it. He goes, and he kind of like cocks his head a little to the side, like a dog who's hearing a strange sound, and he takes it and he just takes a little swig and he goes,
Too strong for you.
"No, what is that?"
Piss. What do you think it was?
He looks. He goes, "Never had piss before. Is it foreign?"
Yeah.
Well, no one's ever told me that I can't handle a drink. And he starts swigging more, and water is like starting to form in his eyelids.
It's the ammonia.
Chug, 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 chug,
But he's
chug.
like, eventually finishes off the water skin.
Oh my god.
And he looks really sick, like he's a little green in the face. He puts both of his hands on the bar, and he's like slowly breathing through his nose and out his mouth, but like the scent is just still lingering.
It's been in there for a while, so it really smells.
Yeah, distilled.
It's really sterile for like a brief period, right? Like it gets real raunchy real quick.
The barkeep finally comes over with his drink, and he takes one sip, and he just goes, just vomits profusely next to you. All right, next up,
Starting off strong.
Jerica. Would you mind introducing yourself?
I'm a 6'8" dark elf.
Jesus.
I am a chaotic evil druid. I'm blue and green with bright red eyes, and I have a dragon egg.
What is Nightshade doing at this festival right now?
I don't know.
All right, looks like you are gonna get
You get paid.
You are currently playing a game of chess with human, and she looks like she is really contemplating her next move. Would this be Nightshade's first time playing chess?
Probably not.
Okay. Why don't you roll a d20 for me and make a performance check?
11.
11. Okay. You slide one of your pieces forward. I don't know anything about chess, so I'm just kind of making it up. She takes one of her figures, slides it over towards yours, kind of knocks it off the table, and she goes, "King me."
And
That's not how
That
it
is
is.
not the game.
I'm just gonna sling the whole board off the table.
So they're both playing wrong, which is really better.
Yeah, nobody knows what they're doing.
They're playing chess, but it's a game of mousetrap.
Candyland. You knock the entire table over, and all the pieces just kind of scattered. And she looks at you like angrily.
And I said, what's she gonna do about it?
She stands up and she looks at you kind of angrily with like her hands like by her side, but her fingers extended, and she looks pissed. Like she wants to like beat the shit out of you.
I'm just gonna knock her out probably.
She's gonna knock her out. Okay. Make an attack roll.
Hope.
You try to like grapple her, but she takes one hand, puts it around your wrist. She takes her other hand and presses it against your elbow and like swings you around, and you stumble back a bit. She is now gonna try and drop kick you. She succeeds. She's not standing too far away from you. Right as you have your front exposed, as you're trying to maintain your balance, she holds up her leg and just kicks you straight in the stomach, knocking you back, and deals 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, so when I get up, I just want to cut her head off to my side.
Oh my god!
So you go in to swing and cut this woman's head off, and eventually a hand catches it and like kind of holds it in place. A tall, physically buff half-orc man wearing
Instead of mentally buff.
he's wearing plate armor, and he extends his other hand out with his palm open and kind of separates the two of you from each other. He looks around, he goes, "What's going on here?" And the lady goes,
Yeah.
"She flipped the fuck out and started attacking me." And the guard goes, and
I'm gonna say, actually, she started this.
he,
And she hit me first.
and he looks at you and he kind of goes, "Yeah, okay." And he looks at the lady and says, "Ma'am, I'm going to have to ask you to come with me." The woman just starts kind of freaking out. She goes, "What? No, you can't just..." They start carting the woman off, and you are free to go about your day. Mike, you are up next.
Oh boy. Alright, my name is Francis. I'm a short-ish, mentally buff wizard, human. I'm in like flip-flops and just kind of a robe-ish thing.
Bathrobe.
It's
Yeah,
definitely-
A
it's
white
literally-
bathrobe with pink trim.
You can definitely tell it's not my bathrobe.
It's
Like,
clearly borrowed.
it's definitely been borrowed. It's definitely been well used.
You
I just- man.
kind of like, you definitely like spilled some shit on your real clothes
You
and then
can
just
tell.
had to go to the
No,
nearest.
no, I've been wearing these for a while. You can tell when I bend over, there's nothing in it. Just the robe. I got like a book and a pouch, and I'm kind of walking around. I've got like a little table kind of set up. I'm kind of ripping people off by playing like 3-card Monty and cups and balls and shit.
That's the name painted on the.
Cups and balls and shit, yeah. But I'm currently going just to get a drink and then come back to my table so I can keep ripping people off.
What do you order?
I guess a cider. That's what's going around.
Okay. The barkeep, as soon as you ask for one, he goes, "Good choice." But you kind of get pissed off because he says that to like everybody who orders cider.
Was there another choice?
Yeah. As he goes to get a mug for you, two mugs, a human male with short, wavy red hair and brown eyes, and a smooth, pock-marked golden skin, comes up to you, sporting a robe, not like a bathrobe, but one like
A nice
more
robe.
mystical, yeah, like something like a little more elegant with a chest piece over it. He leans against the bar and he goes, "So, here I was thinking I would be the only spellcaster at the event.
Makes you think I'm a spellcaster.
I see the way you're running that game over there."
What makes me think you're a spellcaster?
He goes, "You got a good point." And he slams his hand on the table and he looks at the barkeep and he goes, "Barkeep, one mug." And the barkeep goes, "Of what?" And he goes, "1 mug." And the barkeep kind of looks weirded out and reaches under the table and pulls out a wooden tankard and sets it down on the table. And he grabs it and he says, "So," and immediately you begin to see the tankard start filling up with some sort of like light blue, like foamy water, and takes a sip and goes, "How long have you been practicing?"
I just started today. My first day, actually. Just kind of figuring it out, you know.
Impressive.
I found a cool book, and then I lost it, and then here I am.
Eventful day. Is that the truth or is that a deception?
Deception.
Okay, make a deception check for me.
16 on the die, plus 3, so
Plus
19.
3. Okay, yeah, so he goes.
Is that a tattletale?
Plus 4, so unnatural 20, my bad.
Okay, so through your honeyed words, he looks a little lost and he goes, "Alright. You thinking about doing it professionally or are you just using it to get a few free coins to buy some cider?
A little both, I guess. Why do you ask? The second he puts his mug on the counter, I'm going to use my invisible mage hand just to knock it over.
Sure. So that's a cantrip, right?
Yep.
Okay. So you takes a sip and he goes, well, I don't know if you know this or not. And as soon as he sets it down, it just kind of smashes onto the ground and the liquid just pours out and then kind of dissolves. Seems like he's a little like flustered and he just doesn't really seem to openly question it. He's just like,
Whoops.
Butterfingers. And he looks back and he says, well, the reason I ask is I am a scholar with Gloria. It's an Institute of Magic across the country, but nice little institute. We're looking for new members if you're ever interested. It is a 20 gold sign-up fee, but it's
That
something
was
to think
Glaria. I'm already a member of the Glaria Magic School, and we're much scholars and we're way better. So maybe I'll keep you in mind. But
make another deception check for me.
8.
He says that's interesting because I thought Glaria burned down about a decade ago.
Yeah, but I rebuilt it
By yourself
this morning. Yes.
Well, I hope you didn't craft it as horribly as you craft your lies. And he stands up and he kind of wipes himself off. Some of the liquid spilled onto his robe. His own mage hand kind of comes from around behind his neck with a cloth and starts cleaning up around like his leg on his robe where the drink spilled. And
I'll use my mage hand's invisible to block everything his mage hand's trying to do. So like, he gets in between us, so it's not cleaning anything. He's, what the fuck is going on?
just because you're trying to compete against the other mage hand, just make an Arcana check for me.
Arcana is going to be a 19.
A 19. Okay, so not only does it knock the mage hand back, it takes the cloth away from it, and the hand just sees it float. No, it just sees it float away, and the hand chases off after it. He looks up and he just goes, "My cloth!" and starts running full sprint after it. Swivel your chair back around to the bar, and there are 2 freshly prepared mugs of cider ready for you.
Cool. I'm grabbing the mugs and going back to my table. When I get there, I'm going to cast Find Familiar as a ritual, so it doesn't use a spell slot, and it's just a little owl that sits on my shoulder.
Okay.
Like it's almost like a ghost creature that you get. So it is physical, but it's not. It just kind of appears and does shit for me.
Okay, so
I just have it.
We'll say, like, as you're walking by, what appear to be numerous little fireflies start kind of swirling around your shoulder, and eventually a full owl appears mounted atop your shoulder as you go back to your table. Let's see who's next. Would you mind going next?
Yeah, I have a goblin character. This go around. She is a rogue and an entertainer.
Type of entertaining.
She does belly dance and fire dancing. Yeah, so pretty much, yeah. But she also steals shit while she's doing it, so it's a great distraction. So her sleight of hand is very high.
So what is Pebbles doing at this festival right now?
Exactly that. Yeah, she's just throwing fire and doing sleight of hand for money bags that are on the side of pouches.
Okay, so there is a live band playing, and at the live band there are numerous individuals clapping their hands and kind of swaying their hips around as people begin to dance. And while you are doing your little fire dance, I want you to perform a sleight of hand and a performance check for me.
Great. That's a 10 on performance, and sleight of hand is a 6.
Okay. Because this is a moderately sized festival full of mostly village people.
The village people are here performing.
Yeah, that's the band playing. Oh my gosh.
This is bigger than I thought it would.
And a lot of them are coming from more humble walks of life, so it doesn't take much for them to be impressed by your performance. Really just fire twirling in general is enough to make them impressed. And you're kind of performing this dance that is catching people's eyes, and you're doing it in sync with the music, so each one of your movements feels calculated. You pass by a halfling. As you slide by, you try and put your hands where you can feel a pouch after you throw up your flaming stick in the sky, and you are eventually able to find a small pouch of gold fixed to his belt. Unfasten it and slide it by, but as you do accidentally pull on his belt on his waist. And then you catch it, the fire stick, just before it falls, and you catch it. You forget to hide the sack of gold in your hand, and he turns around and he goes, "The
the fuck are you doing?
You drop this.
Make a deception check for me.
I can feel something's off. People are lying all
Spidey
around.
senses are
People are
tingling.
lying all around me.
Deception. Okay, I got 7 because my
Okay.
deception is a.
It was a 2 the first time she rolled it. There's a 1 the next time she rolls it. So.
So it's a 7.
He yanks it out of your hand and he goes, "Good day," and walks off.
If I had a hat, I'd tip it.
So you continue on your performance, trying to impress many people, and you're having the time of your life. But eventually, you notice that you've been dancing for like a solid 10 seconds after the music abruptly stopped. And you turn around to be like, "What's going on, guys?" And the halfling is standing there, and behind him are 2 guards wearing the same plate armor as dealt with Nightshade earlier. Slowly approach, and the one on the left goes, "Ma'am, I'm afraid you're gonna have to come with us.
Why is that?
We've heard from this gentleman here that you stole his coin purse, and we would just like to inform you that we're afraid that we can no longer hold you at this festival, and there may or may not need to be further legal action taken."
So the coin purse he dropped.
Make a deception check.
12. Yep, 12.
Okay, 12 is not going to do it. They don't seem too persuaded. They look at each other, and they nod, and they go, "Miss, may we ask your name?"
No.
Okay, well, we will have to find it out in court. We're afraid you're going to have to come with us.
All right, cool. And I say, "Here you go," and I throw the fire at him and bolt.
All right, make a performance check.
Oh, I got a 25.
All right, so you throw the fire at them, and they go, "Whoa!" And then it bounces off their armor. It doesn't catch anything on fire on them, but when it lands into the grass starts to kind of have fire spread, and they start panicking and trying to stomp it out, and then the people think that they're dancing, and they start playing music to go along with it. And you run off into the crowd to find something else to keep.
Man, this festival's lit.
Let's see who's next.
This dice is going to deal, though.
Jordan.
My name's Lucien, Iceland human. And he's here from the north, looking, taking a break from some of his jobs and trying to recruit some people to come to the north to help out.
Yeah, because your home is a separate island from this kingdom. It would be a separate island more to the north of the 10 oceans.
Just trying to get some help, asking around and just filling around, just walking around.
So you're just going around and asking people for help?
Looking to see if people are worthy. Capable people. I'm not just asking nobody,
Nice.
if they look like fighters.
Yeah, sure. So you walk up to a table where you see a dwarf and a buff human male arm wrestling on a table for each other, and it looks like the dwarf is slowly losing until right as it looks like he's about to get his hand smacked against the table, he gets this malicious grin on his face, and then he just fucking smashes the human's hand into the wood of the table, and it looks like it hurts. You see his fingers kind of wriggle a little bit in pain. The dwarf then stands up on the chair, which doesn't give him much elevation, and then holds his 2 fists up in the air like, "Yeah! Lads! And people just start clapping and cheering in the audience of dumb men, like mostly sailors or farm hands, all just looking for a distraction. He sits back down, and the chair opposite him for the arm wrestling contest is open. And he looks as if he's awaiting his next contestant.
I'm gonna walk him and say, how much for entry? Do we just do this?
He says, "Oh, no, my friend, I'm not gonna charge you for your own humiliation."
Alright, well, I'm down. Let's go.
Okay.
I'll sit down.
So you pull the chair back, and you sit down, and you place your arm on this round wooden table, and you reveal your tattoo, I'm imagining, going
Yeah,
right
that's
here.
one right here.
Hold your hand out. He grabs it.
Hey,
Good. And make a strength check for me.
2 out of 3. I was telling 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3. Okay.
First was a 4.
Crit
4. Okay.
fail. Let's say it right. I'm with 1.
You try your best to kind of outdo him, and the same thing happens to you. It looks like you're getting the gain on him, and he just kind of looks like, "Oh no," and slams your hand back into the table, and it does kind of hurt. You aren't dealt damage, but it is kind of like, "Ah, fuck," and he goes, all right, let's not get excited. I promised the lad 2 out of 3. And we hold his hand up again and goes, "You ready, Eskimo boy?"
22.
All right.
Tattoos start to come up because I'm starting to rage, getting angry.
Your tattoo does start to kind of change in length and starts to kind of extend up your up your forearm and start spreading to your shoulder as you firmly grasp it. You firmly grasp his hand in yours, and the two of you, your hands are shaking with how much might and ferocity you're putting into it. He doesn't try to pull the same trick again. He starts like kind of trying to combat you a bit, like he's trying to let you win, but he's immediately impressed by your overwhelming like G-force that you're practically just shoving into his arm, and quickly he tries to fight back against it, but you slam his hand down on the table, and there's a soft murmur amongst the crowd of a
He's a dwarf, right?
he's a dwarf, yes.
How about that, shorty?
And there's a few people in the crowd go, oh! And the dwarf looks a little bit annoyed, and he goes, all right, Snowball, one more time. And he extends his hand out to you. The two of you go again.
All right, God. 12.
12. Once again, it's a really strong contest as two of you are trying your damnedest to just get the other hand down, but it soon becomes so frustrating as you're trying to focus on your tattoo that's spreading. He does eventually force your hand down on the table with a gentle push. He lets it go, and the crowd once again cheers, and he goes, yeah! Lads! And the crowd starts cheering once more. And he stands on the table and just starts flexing, and then turns around and like bends over and shows his ass to people.
I'll walk away.
So you turn around frustrated or just nonchalant, and you kind of disappear into the crowd. Yeah, as some people one farmhand pats you on the back, as his hand makes contact with your shoulder, he does see the tattoo slowly sinking back down to his arm. Next up is gonna be Tim.
Hi, how's it
Hello.
going? My name's Aiken Stone. I'm a cleric, hill elf. Got some pretty positive.
He's a
Hill Dwarf.
I do a little freelance. I'm just in town looking for jobs here and there.
Alright, so what are you currently doing at this festival?
Just poking around, enjoying the lights.
It is evening, so the sun is setting. So some lanterns are having to be brought out.
Gaze at the grass being on fire and people dancing.
And this grass was once green, now it's black. And you walk up and you see a stand called Cups and Balls and Shit.
Oh, okay.
And standing
That
there,
looks promising.
and standing there is a human male wizard in a bathrobe, doing the little cup and ball game with people. And you desired that you want to participate.
Hey, good fellow. Can I play with your cups and balls?
You can play with one of those things.
How much does it play?
Nothing. Just nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
No.
Absolutely
You
nothing.
can win 1 gold coin if you find the ball.
Okay, I'm in.
Draw. I could do sleight of hand versus his perception or his investigation, maybe. But also, I'm cheating.
So what I'm thinking is, so let's let you do a sleight of hand and a performance check.
Right.
And so the performance check will be just the general game. The sleight of hand will be a cheat.
So I'm not cheating just yet. So
Oh, just yeah. Okay, so
performance.
we can do the perception versus sleight of hand thing, or we can do. There's 4 cups. You can decide which one it's going to be under. He can roll a d4, and if he guesses, you can try to cheat.
That's not the way I'm cheating.
Not the way you're cheating?
Like,
Okay.
honestly, I don't like it's weird because I don't want him to metagame.
Right. Make a performance check for me.
Alright, it's gonna be a low roll. Looks like that's a 9.
9. All right. So make a perception check with advantage, meaning roll it twice and take the higher number.
And a 14.
14.
So you
14,
go with
alright,
a
so-
14.
Plus your perception, whatever your
Yay. Which is like nothing.
Okay, so 14.
Oh wait, my perception's 3, so 17.
Yeah.
All right. So
you
So that you absolutely guessed right the first time.
Okay, cool.
I put a gold coin on the table. You win. Double or nothing.
That's just 2 gold coins.
I'm glad you can do math. You're one up on the people around you.
I was gonna say, wow, finally, everyone else gets that wrong.
Yeah. I just want to watch where he puts the coins.
Okay. So where do you put the coins?
Put it in my shoe.
All right.
Oh, that sounds natural.
I'll play another round.
You gonna play another round? All right.
Sure.
Performance on me is going to be a 10.
5.
Okay. So you,
Oh,
you guessed incorrect.
what a loser! I'll take my gold coin back.
Here you go.
It's double or nothing.
Can I roll a perception?
For what?
See if he's pulling a scam here.
You straight up lost. Like you can, that's fine, but you lost fair and square. I wouldn't cheat at all. Roll.
Can I just like sit and watch for the next person to come by?
Sure.
I'll watch for the next innocent bystander to walk by.
let's make this a little bit interesting.
Okay.
So you stand off to a distance, not to the point like where it's visible for like you're visibly like noticeably like watching, but to a point where it looks like you're just hanging out. And every time Francis looks at you, you fix your gaze somewhere else.
Francis.
A mountain orc approaches you at your stand.
All right, so I guess I'll fucking.
Hello there, little one. Care to play games?
Balls and cups
And shit.
and shit, man. That's my favorite part.
You want to catch the balls, you don't want to catch the shit.
All right, let's play.
2 gold coins to play.
All right, 2 gold coins. Let's play. 19.
I had 2, so you definitely won the game.
Yeah, so you won the first round.
Alright.
Give me my 2 gold coins, god damn it.
I set them on the table.
I'm gonna put them in my
In your coin pouch?
My coin
Most
pouch.
people put them, yes.
Did you say groin pouch?
my coin pouch.
Anything.
My coin sack.
Would you like to go double or nothing?
Oh boy, would I?
22 for me.
Perception. This is gonna be a 17.
Oh man.
-1.
That'll be 2 gold coins plus 2 gold coins, please.
Wait, no, we didn't shake on this.
You're right. 2 gold coins plus 2 gold coins, please. So that's gonna be 4 gold on my table.
No, thank you. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna start walking away.
I want to mage hand his coin burrs onto them.
All right, make a sleight of.
I'm not gonna feel the coins coming out of my fucking sack.
You might not if I roll good.
All right, shit.
What's your passive perception?
9.
That was a crit 1, but I'm gonna swap it out for a 13 because of divination. So
All right, so
it was a 16 for me.
okay, so
That's why divination is great.
Yeah.
well, you do not feel as the 4 gold coins are taken.
No, I
out
took
of
the pouch.
You took the entire pouch. I'm not going to allow that, just to be fair to him too. But you do get.
I don't-
the same part. I'll make it work out.
I don't
promise
require
you.
money.
I promise you I won't be shitty about this, but let me have this and I will make sure he gets it back.
Hey.
I promise, out of character.
Okay. All right. Well, in that case, I will trust you. And
I am a man of God. I have shed all earthly possessions.
Good. Shed him in my direction. So how much gold did you have?
All right, so I have
don't seem to
110 fucking gold pieces.
Oh, well, now I've got 110 gold pieces.
Tim, you notice something a little bit shady, but you can't quite.
The pouch just kind of just falls off and just like rolls underneath the table. Right as he gets up, just like.
Yeah, you just barely noticed something fall off the table, but you're not quite sure what it
I'm not the
was.
smartest.
That wasn't 4 coins.
You've been listening to Everlight Kingdom. Game mastered by JT Fondren. Music by Travis Savoy. Theme song by Adam Blotner. Sound effects and atmosphere from Sirinscape. Special thanks to our amazing players. And a big thank you to our listeners for joining us on this adventure. Don't forget to subscribe to Everlight Kingdom and leave us a review. And check out altaloom.com for more RPG podcasts and stories.
Altaloom.com. Adventures too big for the table.